Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having an amazing night tonight. I am literally, guys, you're not going to believe this. So it is 5:45, and I am going live at 6 o'clock to do our grand finale giveaway. So I had everything planned out. Many of you guys know that I'm doing 75 hard, and I'm actually doing phase 1, which has 8 most important tasks. Well, this is one of my most important tasks that I got to get done, is this podcast every day on a daily basis. Very important to me, and it's something that I'm not ever willing to skip. But as we were getting the scene set up inside of our room where we're doing our $30,000 tool giveaway, it's the end of our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. Literally, I found out that the computer that we had set up out there could not open the document that we needed to scroll through and do the giveaway. No matter what I did, it was an older computer, and it was a numbers document, which is a Mac, and it just would not. And I've had problems with this older computer, and it was like one of the things that you just didn't think about while we were setting that entire scene up. So I had to move everything from out into one area that we had all set up, and I had to set it all up in my podcast room. So I've got all these tools laying out here in kind of like our open workspace, and I've got them all set up, and I just literally been running back and forth, grabbing them from tables and running them back up here and all that. And I'm sitting there looking at the clock, and I'm like, oh shit, I've got to do my podcast. But you know what? The average person would have just gave up on it at this point. The average individual would have been like, fuck it, I don't have time to do that. I'm just going to do what I need to do here, and I'm going to move on. But as Ryan Stewman talks about, we are not average motherfuckers, and we do not fall victim from at the force of average. So Ryan Stewman talks about that. It's called the force of average, and we are not going to fall fucking victim of the force of average. Okay, so how many times during the day do we fall victim to that? Do we say, man, I'm just going to give up? Because I'm here to tell you what, guys, y'all know that I launch multiple businesses. I'm launching businesses right now, and I'm telling you that it always gets tough, like really tough, especially when it comes down to the grind. And these are the moments that define you. These are the moments that make or break you, okay? Many of us have heard that. Make or break you, okay? Which are these moments. So what do you got to do? Just like I talked about on the podcast the other day, I'm not going to run around. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to get overrushed, hurried to the point to where I start fucking things up and end up in an even worse situation than I'm in now. No, not at all. You know what? I'm going to step back. I'm going to become calm and collective. And I'm looking at the clock right now. I've got 12 minutes to go live over there in our group. Probably going to be a little bit late. Not a big deal. But I'm just going to come back to being calm and collective. And I'm going to move and walk in faith and just realize that everything happens for a reason. And I'm going to pull all this together. I'm going to finish up this giveaway. This podcast is going to be uploaded tonight. I'm going to put the video version in the Dropbox, and I'm going to have it posted in our group tonight. Because here's what you guys got to understand. I made a decision. Well, let's just say first I made a commitment, but that commitment comes with a decision. The Latin word of decision has been watered down so much, by the way. The word decision has been watered down in our culture. The word decision means to cut off, meaning there are no other options, meaning I will do anything I have to do to stick and stay true to my commitments. Man, Think about that. Think about that. We got the big commitment day coming up, New Year's Eve coming up, where everybody's going to commit to some shit for like 2 weeks, maybe a month. That's not what takes you to the next level. That's not what turns you into a champion. That's not what makes you. That's what breaks you. When you decide that a commitment isn't important anymore. When you decide that your fucking word to yourself. You see, to me, that's worse. If I make an agreement with myself and I break that, that's worse than making an agreement with somebody else and breaking it. Think about that, guys. How many times when you make a decision, you make a commitment at the very last minute when things get hard, or at least when you think they get hard, they're usually never as hard as what they seem. When you think they get hard, you take a step back and you give up. Don't be that fucking person anymore. Now, I know you guys are listening to this podcast. I got a lot of high achievers that are on this, especially, in our Facebook group. I don't know every one of you podcast listeners, but I'm going to assume that if you're listening to this and you've got this far into this podcast, that you're a fucking high achiever and you know what's up. But all of us get broken at some point, and we need to hear this. I mean, I failed 75 hard the first time I did it. Who knows? Maybe if I would have heard my own words tonight, I wouldn't have. So anyhow, y'all, that's it. I just want to come to you, do a quick, short podcast this evening and just let you know that, when shit gets tough, that is when you build your character. That is when you show your true self to yourself. And you guys stay committed. When you make a decision, stay committed. All right, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.